Hey Cozie Homies! Welcome back to the zone! It's been so long since I've filmed anything, and I think this is a very good juncture for me to start another vlog, documenting my week in the life in London, in UCL. So yeah, I'm in the midst of my second module that I'm taking at UCL, summer school, and it is modern and contemporary art in London. So I'll share a little bit more about the course and what I'm studying later on in this video. But now I will just share with all of you what I'm having for dinner today. Alright? So after staying in London for a while, I feel like it's kind of hard to find really good and affordable food around, especially for dinner. So this is what I got. Wasabi is one of my favorite brands in London right now, and it kind of serves pretty affordable, like Japanese inspired food. Yeah, and a lot of vegetarian options, and that's something I'm very appreciative about in London. So here's a mini unboxing, and let me show you what's inside, alright? Alright, some chopsticks. I got this, I believe some yaki sushi set, I believe. It's all vegetarian sushis. Yeah, got this. And I went to a Lidl, which is like a supermarket chain in London, in the UK. And I got this vegetable salad. Looks really interesting. I never had anything like this before. Kind of looks a bit like a egg mayo, mashed potato kind of mix. And I think it will go well with the sushi. So hopefully this is good. And also at Lidl, I found this strawberry milk. Yeah, it's so cute. And it's on sale for like 85 pence. So yeah, I'm really excited to try this. And yeah, it's a really nice, hearty dinner. So yeah, let's dig in. everyone. Okay, so I'm back in my room, and today has been a pretty eventful day. So for our learning journey excursion today, we went to the Tate Modern, which is a really beautiful collection of modern and contemporary artworks. And I really like how it has a very global focus, so it's not just British or English art. Yeah, and basically after I went to the Tate Modern after class, I headed over to the Shakespeare Globe, which is just literally like the building next to it. And I had a Shakespeare themed afternoon tea, which is amazing. I feel like the food portions look deceptively small because I'm so full after finishing that. I had a pot of Earl Grey tea, which is amazing, absolutely fantastic. And afterwards, I was like, I still have some time left today, and I just impulsively bought tickets to see the St. Paul's Cathedral, which is just across the Millennium Bridge, where the Shakespeare Globe is. And I headed in there. It's a really beautiful place. Highly recommend anyone to visit there if you are in London. And basically, I have a mini haul right now. I want to do a little unboxing of some of the things I got. So basically, after I finished touring around St. Paul's Cathedral, I headed over to Oxford Circus, which is like the Soho Covent Garden area, I guess. And yeah, I mean, I've been there before, but I was like, the metro line kind of crosses Oxford Circus, so I just alighted and I got some stuff. Alright, so I got newspapers because apparently the newspapers here are free, so I just got one. And I don't know why, but today's headline is Teen Stabbing Horror, which is pretty scary. But let me show you one of the reasons why I wanted to get today's issue. So as many of you would know, crossing the Millennium Bridge, if you're a huge Taylor Swift fan, you will know that this is where she filmed the final scene of the Endgame music video. And yeah, to my absolute surprise, you can see her on one of the pages in the newspaper. So that's really cool. And apparently there will be a Taylor Swift themed walking trail in the Victoria and Albert Museum happening next week. So I'm gonna definitely check it out before I leave London for good. Yeah. And along the way in Oxford Circus, the first time I went there, I actually walked past this place that sells really good tea and hot chocolate and drinks. And apparently they have a student discount. So here it is. Ta-da! This is the Withart Chelsea outlet at Soho, right, at Oxford Circus. And they give a lot of free samples of a lot of things. So literally right at the entrance, they have this pink lemonade sample that I gotta try, and it tasted so good, so refreshing. And I wanted to try out some of the chocolates and teas available. So previously I tried out these salted caramel hot chocolate, which tasted so good. And today the hot chocolate on display, I guess, the sample that they provide today, it's not the salted caramel flavor, but it's just the plain hot chocolate, which I really love also. It's so smooth and creamy, and it's just so flavorful. So I decided to get one can of it for myself. And I also wanted to buy a can of tea leaves for my grandparents. I feel like my grandparents love to drink tea, and I want to get something nice for them. Yeah, so basically there were 4 different tea samples that are available, and I tried each of them to find out what tea mix is my favorite. So they do sell plain tea leaves, English breakfast tea or Earl Grey tea. But I wanted to get something more unique. So I kind of got this blend, which is a blend of English black tea with some sort of floral notes to it. Yeah, and it tasted really smooth. It's really refreshing. I really love it so much. And I believe my grandparents would love it, so I got them that too. So let me just show you what's inside this bag, alright? So here's the hot chocolate I got. Luxury hot chocolate. Yeah, so rich and silky and smooth, a moment of decadence. Yeah, really amazing. And yeah, I just can't wait to drink this. And here's the tea that I got from my grandparents. Ta-da! Yeah, I got the Piccadilly blend. Ooh, it's kind of blocked off, but yeah, the Piccadilly blend, because I think Piccadilly is the Piccadilly Circus is a part in downtown central London. And actually, I really love the service here because previously it was just a paper bag kind of tea leaf packaging, and they sell the can separately for £3. So I basically brought it to the counter, and I was like, is it possible to transfer the tea leaves into this can? And that's what they did, and they kind of just cut off the label from the packaging and they just slot it over here. So it's a really nice touch, and I really love the design, the feel of this can. So I just hope my grandparents will love it. Yeah, it's a little souvenir for them from London. And yes, this is it, the tea that I got. And basically the final thing I'm gonna show you would be my dinner for today. So I got my dinner from Itsu. Itsu is literally one of my favorite brands to get dinner especially from, because most dinner outlets kind of close early in London. Like most food places in London closes early, so there aren't many dinner options available. And Itsu always delivers really good food. So today I actually got this like vegetarian katsu udon or something like that. So here it is. Yeah, it looks really nice, and yeah, 22. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, the noodle bowl. So let me just open it up and show everyone what's in it. Yeah, there's a lot of vegetarian options in Itsu also, which is really good. And usually they sell a lot of like rice boxes, sushis. Yeah, really amazing. And a lot of different sauces available. So like the ponzu sauce, teriyaki sauce, and whatnot. So yeah, here's how it looks like. So a katsu curry udon with greens and fried onions, I believe. And edamame beans based on what I can see. So yeah, time for me to dig in. Hey Cozie Homies! Welcome back to my room. So today has been a really long day. I kind of finished my presentation for my module in UCL. So I have to present on the artwork that I really love that's on display in London as well. And I finished presentation. And after the presentation, I kind of walked around Hyde Park and I visited the Serpentine Galleries, both the north and the southern galleries along the Long Water, I believe. Yeah, and it's really nice being able to learn about art and experience and enjoy art all around London. It's been really fun. So I have a bit of time today, as you can see. The sun hasn't really quite set yet. It's like 8 p.m, 8:30 p.m, yeah, and it's still pretty bright out there. So I'll briefly share with everybody what I'm kind of studying in this module. So the second module I'm taking as part of my UCL summer school program is actually Modern and Contemporary Art in London. So it's a 3 weeks program, which is also quite intensive because I kind of cramming a whole semester's worth of content into 3 weeks. So yeah, that's how it works. So for the first week of this module, we kind of learned about the origins of modern art in the English context. So we started off with like landscape paintings, the early signs of expressionism, impressionism, right? Everything of like Monet, Van Gogh, for example. All these are some of the impressionist artists. And yeah, we kind of learned a bit about the whole movement behind it, what motivated them to experiment with these sort of artistic styles. And we had a lot of gallery visits and museum exhibition excursions as well. So we visited the National Gallery in London. We also went to Raven Row, where we actually watched a theatre performance directed by an artist called Bertolt Brecht. So it was a really cool experience. He kind of does like collages and poetry, and it's very multidisciplinary, multimedia kind of artist. And he kind of made this theatre play that engages with the artworks they created and the concepts that he has. And it's really cool because he kind of like booked the entire gallery space. The actors and actresses in this play just kind of bring us around, and there are props set up all over the room. And those props kind of double as artworks when the performance isn't happening, which I think is a really cool concept. And we also learned a bit more about the impressionist painting of modern life. So we think about the very famous painting by Albert Manet. I forgot the title of it, but it's like this lady at a bar, really cool. And after that class, I actually went to the Kodak Gallery to see where all these artworks are being exhibited. And it's the Kodak Gallery, especially the uppermost floor, it has a very huge and extensive collection of artworks from the Impressionist times. For this week, which has just concluded, we actually learned a little bit more about the progressions of modern art. We learned a bit about like the Surrealism, Dadaism, and also a bit of abstraction. Yeah, so these are really recent progressions in art history. Yeah, so we actually started our visit at the Victoria and Albert Museum, where we see more about like photography as a medium of art. And it's definitely a medium that only exists right in this modern times. It hasn't been around for very long, 100 years, maybe 100 over years. And how photography has evolved into a equally respectable art form as paintings and sculptures, for example. And we also learned a bit more about the avant-garde and how, moving into the 20th century, how art kind of progressed. We're thinking about like anti-war activism from artists. We also think about like how Surrealism as a reflection of the sort of anxieties that people face due to the two world wars, right? And yeah, we also visited Tate Modern, which is a really beautiful place. Tate Modern has a really nice collection of modern and contemporary art from all over the world, and I really had lots of fun at the Tate Modern. And next week I'll be focusing more on like really the contemporary art, like really like art in the very recent years, and more gallery visits. I'm going to visit Tate Britain and more galleries. I believe the Hayward Gallery and the Barbican Art Gallery. And that is all for the module. And I feel like it's very enlightening for me, right, as a Singaporean. I don't really know about like the sort of modern and contemporary art movements, especially in Europe. So it's really cool to see how like modern art is in London and France, in the European region. So it's been really eye-opening. I'm so happy, and every single day my mind is just like wow. It's like I'm so mind blown every day. So much. It's information overload every day, basically. That is a quick update about my education here at UCL, and maybe I might talk to all of you again soon. So I'll be heading to Edinburgh, Scotland, literally tomorrow. So I gotta sleep early tonight. And yeah, see you in Scotland. Bye.